Hello, dear soul family. I'm Andova Rose, and I am completely guided to make this video today, so I'm doing that. And meanwhile, I want to show you my beautiful painting. I have not painted it. However, it's filled with codes and a lot of energy in it. So you will receive that from listening to this video, not only from me, but from the painting as well. So I'm completely guided to record this video today, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why. My guides kept telling me there are more people in the soul family that you are supposed to help. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, what I do, what my work is, and you feel if you resonate with this, if this might be something that you feel drawn to, then it could mean that it would be good for us to meet, to set an appointment, and I'm also going to tell you a little bit about my workshops that I'm doing. I've talked about my sun healing. I've posted several posts in this Telegram chat or group about my sun healing. So on the bottom line is that I'm a quantum healer. So quantum healing is a huge part of the sun healing. Sun healing is a channeled word. I didn't know what I was going to call my healing because it completely transformed when I learned how to channel angelic guidance a few years ago. And Archangel Metatron, he's been teaching me all through my development through the sun healing. And what happens is when you work on this level with your healing is that when I learn something, I have overcome some of my blockages, for instance. It's like I get a gift from the universe. Okay, so now we add this to your sun healing. So that is why I now find that 1 hour is not always enough when I offer sun healing, especially if I do it on one-on-one, because there's so much angelic guidance coming through telling that I need to tell the client, and it is extremely powerful and it transforms your life, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So angelic guidance is one thing that you get from meeting with me. However, my guides prefer to combine the angelic guidance with the sun healing because it is so powerful together. And I already told you about the quantum healing that I use in this. So mainly what I do is that I remove karmic ties to all the souls that you have ever met in your past lives, in this life, in your future lives. Okay, so you will be able to stand in your sovereignty. Your relationships will be better afterwards because you will see each other for who you are and not through the eyes of the karmic ties, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so that is the first thing that I remove. But then I also remove negative programmings. So we have a lot of negative programmings that we are taught that in school you should be a good girl or a good boy, and that is the way to behave. You are told that you're supposed to eat in a special way, in a certain way, in order for you to behave or have manners, or whatever, good manners. And all of this is just, it's negative programmings. This is not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to find your own way of how you want to be in the world, how you want to learn things, and so on. So these karmic ties are taken away as well. Then we take away money programmings, negative programmings to money, because money is such a huge part of all of our lives. Like, we believe in that if we have money, we are good people, or we are successful. If you don't have it, you're worthless. Or there's so many negative programmings that they're simply not true. And unless you remove them, you won't be able to fully receive all these high frequency healings that you perhaps you get, and you won't be able to receive it all fully. It might be in your field, like energetically, but you're not able to fully get the extension of them unless you remove these blockages. So that's why it's so extremely important to remove them. And so that was 3 things. Then we have relatives. So this is a huge one as well. Remove karmic ties to all the relatives in your past lives, in this life, future lives, in all timelines, all realms, all worlds, all of it. And so this is, I find that a lot of people have incarnated into this human being that they are today, saying in their soul contract that, okay, I'm gonna choose to remove all the blockages from my lineage of relatives that I have. And so there can be so many things, like sicknesses and religious beliefs in overall that are negative, and a lot of negative stuff or energies that it's like a huge cloud of darkness that you walk around having, and it affects everything in your life. It could be like if they're very suicidal, or if they're very or have been, I'm talking about the relatives, then those are the feelings that you might feel. You might feel the opposite as well, but however it affects you if you don't remove them. And so that does the karmic ties to past lives. So past lives or previous lives, that is something that is removed as well. And they can be very much something that is affecting you a lot in this life. And then we have done all the karmic ties. We go into the soul contracts. Soul contracts are so important to remove, because before every incarnation that you do, you write a soul contract of the things that you're supposed to do, and or the people that you're supposed to meet, and if life is going to be easy or challenging, or both usually, but a lot of things. And the soul is usually very very hard on you. The soul forgets how hard it is to come down and incarnate as a human being. So you usually have so many things. And unless you remove all these soul contracts from your previous lives, then they're there for all the lives that you live after that. So if it says, for instance, that you should be scared to death of spiders, let's just say that, and then you feel that feeling of being afraid of spiders all the rest of the lives that you live, unless you remove it, and then the feeling of it can go, or the energy of it goes away, and you might feel different about the spider. So, and of course, there can be other things that makes you feel afraid of something or so, but these are very important steps to take in order for you to raise your vibration. And that is why I was guided to make this video today. And so, what else was I going to say? Okay, so that is the soul contracts. And we also remove some of the things that you've already learned in this soul contract that you have for your life today. However, the things that you haven't learned yet, they're still there. Then your soul is restored by God. And what that does is that when your soul is restored to its original form, you're just light. A lot of blockages are removed. Your chakras become balanced, and your aura is cleared of negative entities. And here I usually add having the light being Merlin next to me now. I usually do a lot of light language when we come to this part, because light language is so good to remove negative entities. And this is something that I want to say as well, that a lot of people walk around with negative entities, that they think that this is me. This is something that I'm thinking. However, what I find is that most people have negative entities feeding on them. As soon as you feel fear, anxiety, stress, negative feelings, entities want to come to you and feed off you. And so what I do is that outside your auric field, just outside, I and my guides, my team, we create a field of a very long, wide field, like kilometers wide, of I call it a vacuum, a vacuum field, because it sucks up all the energies that wants to come into your field. It sucks them up and they stay there. And it's like you can also think of them as dough, like they get stuck in the dough and they won't come into your auric field, into your aura or your energy field. So that is so important to have that, because I find that even some people have had these negative attacks on them all their lives. So they are so used to having these entity attacks or and negative entities on them, so they think that's a part of themselves, which it's not. And I would not suggest that anyone would remove negative entities. You need to be a really good healer in order to do that, because it's so easy that you get them on themselves. However, I'm used to this now. I have worked a lot on myself to prevent this from happening, from getting negatives in my field. It has happened, but I've been successfully able to remove them. Now I don't feel frightened at all, and I welcome anyone who feels or fear that they have an entity attack or entities feeding off them to contact me or anyone else that they feel very comfortable with to remove that, because only that can change your life as well. And then I also usually open up your grounding cord down to earth, so you will be more grounded, more easily grounded. And what else do I do? So that is basically it there. And then I go through, it's like a quantum wash of all of you. So I widen you, so I only see the codes that that is you. So it's like I see a bunch of codes. It's like the Matrix with all the codes. I see them, and that is you. And the quantum healing comes down and it like washes all of the codes. It's like on a cellular level. It washes away anything that is not supposed to be in your body. And now I talk about there can be a lot more than this, what I mentioned, but these are some things that usually come up. There can be heavy metals, there can be vaccines, there can be parasites, what else? Let me see, implants, and pieces from penicillin, antibiotics, other medicines that get stuck in you. And that's basically it. Just in short terms, what it is that I remove. And I can also find if there is like a start of a sickness or a disease coming on, because I see huge blockages in your body. And what the quantum healing does is that it removes these blockages, and when they are removed, you can see perhaps the dead cells underneath it, and if they're not able to fix them, they remove them and replace them with new ones. So you will feel, you will definitely have an energetic body that is completely renewed and just full of light after this session. And I should also say that I work through your physical body, your spiritual body, your mental body, and your emotional body. So all your four bodies are worked with here. So there can be a lot of pain, like physical pain, that is released from you, that you won't feel anymore. There can be mental or even physical problems that just you let go of afterwards, because the reason why you have them can be because of all of these blockages that you have had during your life, more or less. And what else? Yeah, and after that, then we have removed so much. There's like so much that is removed from your body, or bodies I should say, and then you're able to receive all these DNA activations and perhaps these dormant activations that you have received before, but you haven't fully been able to receive all of it because of the blockages. They have been preventing you from actually getting all of that. So for instance, like all of us that went to Tulum, a lot of you I see have some of these blockages still there. So there is more to get from the energies from Tulum for you. So it's like you haven't been able to receive it all. And what else? yeah, so there are symbols, unconscious activations that will move into your body, and you will get these activations whenever you're ready for them. And the healing is very strong, and it can work up until 6 months after. You can still feel new things that has happened in your life 6 months after you have received the healing, the energy healing. So it's so powerful. And if you feel drawn to this, please contact me. I'm at www.sjalagot, which is SJALAGOTT.com. And I now have set up an English web page on my web page, so you can just click into English, and if you scroll down you see all my events. And now I come to the workshop that I'm offering. This workshop is on Sundays, not all Sundays. Like sometimes I have to skip one weekend because I'm having other things that I'm doing, but all of the workshops are there. And so what I'm offering is one part is sun healing that is offered there, because you need to cleanse before you learn how to channel angelic guidance. And that is the main part. Learn how to channel angelic guidance. If you're interested in this, these are very simple and easy tasks to do. And I teach them very very in an easy way to understand. And you can be in any it doesn't matter how far you have come on your spiritual journey. It doesn't matter. The guides will always guide me to say what I'm supposed to say, so all of the people or the participants will receive what they're supposed to receive. So please check this out if this is something for you, because I feel that there are so many of you that, first of all, you have done major things happening in your lives, a lot of you, so, and a lot of us, me too. And but if you feel drawn to this, I'm offering this on Sundays. And since I'm in Europe, I'm in Sweden, I on another time zone perhaps than you are, so check that out, so that it is a match for you. That's why I put them on Sundays. So some of you will have this workshop in the morning and I working in the evening, and some people are in between, and that is wonderful. And it's also wonderful for all of us to connect in a smaller group, because I did this in June. I had a group, and you can choose how many workshops you wish to attend to. You can choose one if that is enough for you, but you can also do all 5 of them, and that is completely up to you. And if you want to be able to offer this to other people as a professional, I can help you with that as well. So, but then after the workshops, we need to work individually in order for me to do that. I always have all of my workshops, my weekend courses that I offer, they're always completely channeled. So the participants will get exactly what they need. What else? Yes, I also offer song healing during this, and it's extremely powerful. It's kind of like Eldora's, but still not. I sing in a different way, more words, like light language, but I sing it as well. So that is very powerful as well. So please check out my website if you're at all interested in this, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you whenever it is, and connect with you. And I'm sending you so much love, and take care. Bye bye. Love you.